Good morning. It's Friday again, and this is our second YouTube to parents for the new term. As you can see this morning, I've got Dan Berry with me, who's one of our new year sevens, smiling away here, and he's been in school now about 3 weeks, we think, Dan?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's telling me he's from St Martin's School. So Mr Champ and Mr Martin, Mr Miller, one of our fantastic feeder schools, and we've decided to do YouTube this morning from the ICT suites, and these are our new ICT suites. We've just over the summer put in here new Apple Mac technology. You may be aware, and you can see at the top of the screen here, the results from the ICT faculty this summer were absolutely outstanding, and this class today is being used to teach 21 students what's called the ICT diploma. So Miss Porteous, well, you can't see her, but she's just sat here to my right on her Apple Mac and having her lunch, and Mr Pound is just over here fiddling about with something, and he's just on his lunch. So and Mr Luxon is standing over there, and so this is ICT diploma, whole day on ICT, big chunk of learning, 21 learners. The idea is that actually some days they're in school using this fantastic technology that we've got. Some Tuesdays they'll be out looking at really good projects and venues that use IT to really high levels, such as Future Lab in Bristol and other places that use ICT to a fantastic level. So where else are we going, Mr Pound?
Where else are we going?
Yeah.
On our tour?
Yeah, to ICT diploma. We're live, Tony, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're going to be going to Western Hospital.
Western Hospital.
We're going to Sainsbury's over the road.
Sainsbury's across the road, so use of ICT in a major supermarket, in a major hospital, and I say Future Lab in Bristol is another venue that we're going to visit. How's it been, Dan Berry?
Yeah, it's been brilliant.
Talk to the camera, Dan.
It's been brilliant.
And whose tutor group are you in?
Miss Williams, 7B4.
Yeah. And how many have you got in that tutor, roughly? Students?
About 20.
20,
It's
yeah.
quite good because it's not too big, not too small.
And what's your favourite lesson so far?
PE.
PE?
Yeah.
You like PE, do you?
Yeah.
And who's been teaching you PE?
Mr Johns.
Oh, Mr Johns, yeah.
Yep.
You in the rugby team?
I don't know yet. We went for a trial.
Did you?
Yeah.
What position do you play?
Wing.
Winger.
Yeah.
Do I suspect that you also play football?
Yeah.
Good. Who do you play for?
Western Town.
Western?
Yeah.
Western Supermare?
Yeah.
Oh, so Dan Berry, join us in year 7. Going to be a football star in the future, no doubt. Yeah?
Yeah.
Who's your favourite football team?
Liverpool.
Oh dear, Mr Pound has just put his hand in. Anyway, there we go. Let's move swiftly on from that. Point of this is that Dan is joined us 3 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. Our open evening coming across the top, so for parents who need a school place for 2010 for their year 6, we have our open evening next Thursday, which is October the 1st. 5 o'clock and 6:30. Talk from me, 5 o'clock or 6:30, small presentation, and then basically having a look around the school, and the tours are all going to be led by our prefect team, so our year 11 prefect team who are doing the tours. So that's next week, but so far so good, Mr Berry.
Yep.
Anything else you want to talk to all the parents about?
Um.
Oh, and Mr Pound has just given him a Liverpool mug. That's a new thing I need to stop around the school. Anything else?
No, not really.
No?
Just no.
Well, there he is,
Yeah.
Dan Berry. Welcome. And now, an older student. So Dan, if you move aside. Just before we do that, so I've said open evening coming up. After school activities we published last week, hope you got it through the post, our after school activities. 61 activities were on after school last year in an evening per week. Our awards evening has gone out again. Mr Luxon kindly putting up here our awards evening. It's Tuesday, October the 20th. Letters have gone out about the awards evening. Fantastic evening, Winter Gardens. So there was a large posting last week. As always, if you didn't receive that, if there's anything you unclear about, please ask, phone the school, email the school, contact us, and we will send out to you, particularly on request, another mail shot. Now, Sean is here. You may see a picture in the Western Mercury yesterday on Thursday, if you buy the Western Mercury, of our green team. And our green team are signified this year by those green, what do you call them, Sean? Bracelets? Are they called
Wristband.
Wristbands, of course, not bracelets, of course. How silly of Mr. Coles. Wristbands. And Sean is going along to Crispin School in Street with me on Thursday week, and Mr. Kerslake and Mr. Dodd, because we're going to have a big push this year on sustainability, and it's not just about picking up litter, but the Western Mercury, we're talking about that. It's about our admissions in terms of carbon emissions to school. It's about how our technology here, if they're energy efficient technology, and it's about a wider brief to be a sustainable school than just picking up litter, although we believe in picking up litter is important. So Sean, what's the sort of plans for the year? Have you got some information you can tell people? What are your team planning?
At the moment, the team are planning to put a recycling centre into the dining areas, and we're also trying to organise a fete for next year to try and raise money for the school to put some more sustainable ideas into the school, like lighting and some draft exclusion products.
Yep. So hear more about the fete in due course. Please encourage, if you can, students to recycle things in school. So we do have in our restaurant now some temporary recycling units. There will be proper recycling units in due course, and obviously please encourage students to recycle in there. Anybody who can help us with recycling activities, if you work for the local council, or you have some knowledge of recycling and think you can help us, please get in contact with me or Sean. Sean's email address is also coming up at the bottom here, so you can go direct to Sean. Thank you, Mr. Luxton, for that, putting that up as well. And that will be really useful for us. So lastly today, that's 7 minutes now. Again, thank you for your support of Priory Community School. This is the second parents newsletter on YouTube. The next one will be out towards the end of October, probably in 3 weeks, because we break on the 22nd of October. So probably the Friday before the 22nd, we'll post another YouTube to parents. Hope you find them useful. And thank you to Sean, and thank you to Mr. Berry over here from Year 7, and thanks to Mr. Pound for letting us use the ICT suites.